Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A new and different sports-related lawsuit against a prestigious Metro Detroit school. Rod.
This old abandoned graffiti-scrawled high school is about to disappear.
I like that.
Yeah,
I love that.
And become something totally different and transformative for the neighborhood. We'll tell you who's involved.
All right, Rod, we're going to begin, though, with breaking news in the toxic ooze investigation. Test results just revealed from properties in both Detroit and up in Sanilac County. Both of those properties owned by Gary Sayers, the man whose business in Madison Heights started this whole toxic green ooze saga.
Consumer investigator Hank Winchester just got information from investigators. And Hank, what are you hearing?
And Kimberly, Devin, these are the numbers right here. And early on, it looks like it's good news. There does not appear to be a public health threat in Detroit or in Sanilac County. Let's begin with that property owned by Gary Sayers on Commonwealth on the west side of Detroit. Now, liquid found in concrete pits detected heavy metals in the waste, but no hexavalent chromium, which was the big fear. However, these liquids need to be disposed of in a non-hazardous waste facility. PFAS numbers expected to be revealed next week. Over in Sanilac County, again on property owned by Sayers, water testing showed no detectable levels of any heavy metals that exceeded surface water quality criteria. Now, the soil samples did show the presence of silver, mercury, and chromium, but these levels were below any levels that could cause a public health issue. More samples were taken from Madison Heights just yesterday from the EPA. We are waiting for more information on those numbers. Eagle says the work, though, it is not over in Sanilac County. They're going to be using ground-penetrating radar to determine if chemicals have ever been dumped or buried there in the past. And in Detroit, once those PFAS numbers come back, the waste will be vacuumed from those pits and disposed of. Tomorrow, also, Gary Sayers back in court, his attorneys back in court in Oakland County as the case from the city of Madison Heights versus Gary Sayers moves forward. We'll be in the courtroom. Back to you.
Okay, Hank. Well, now to the new lawsuit against Warren De La Salle High School, which is still under the cloud of a hazing investigation.
That investigation involves the football team. This new lawsuit filed by a student on the wrestling squad. Sean Lay brings us up to speed on what the student is claiming.
We're learning tonight this lawsuit does not involve the De La Salle football team, but it does involve the wrestling program. A member of that wrestling team, a student, suing his school, saying they failed to protect him from a vicious assault. The De La Salle student is suing his school president, his principal, athletic director, and his wrestling coach, along with the fellow student, over an incident January 24th of 2018 that took place here at the Brother Robert Activity Center in Warren. The student says he was talking to a friend before wrestling practice when a fellow student who allegedly made threats against him in the past viciously attacked him. One punch to the face, the student says he hit his head on the wall and was knocked out. And when he was down, the student says his attacker kicked him in the head. The results, the student says he suffered from a head injury, contusions, had 4 broken teeth where surgery was needed. The suit reads the student that threw the punch was later convicted of assault. At issue here, the student who says he was attacked says his coach and athletic director apparently knew the attacking student could be violent, and they failed to supervise him and failed to protect the rest of the students. The student also says his coach continued on with practice and failed to contact his father, EMS, or police. That student looking for damages through this lawsuit. We reached out to the student's attorney. We have not heard back. We also asked the De La Salle president for his side of what's happening here in the lawsuit. We have also not heard back from the president here at De La Salle in Warren. Sean Lay, Local 4.
All right, Sean, the refrain we've heard in Detroit for more than a generation has been, what about the neighborhoods? Well, tonight, another neighborhood is seeing sizable growth and new jobs coming. Our business editor Rob Maloney joins us live with more on what's happening, and it's also removing quite the eyesore, Rod.
Yeah, the eyesore's right behind me, Devin. It's the old Kettering High School. You can maybe make out the big K that's back there, big blue K that was sort of the hallmark of the school. Well, that's all going to disappear because they're going to be transforming this neighborhood with more than just a new building. Kettering High School closed 7 years ago. Not enough students living in the neighborhood. Graffiti scrawl covers the walls now. Rose Elementary used to stand in this vacant lot. It closed 14 years ago and was a similar eyesore. But as you can see, the excavating equipment already moved in and started building the 300,000 square foot Dakota Integrated Systems supplier plant. Here they're going to make interior components for Fiat Chrysler's Jeep Grand Cherokee and Jeep Grand Wagoneer, both locally made. Now, Detroit businesswoman Andra Rush owns Dakota, and this project's expected to run about $45 million. She received assistance, $1.5 million from the state and another $3 million in Renaissance Zone's tax breaks. The neighborhood just off I-94 at Van Dyke is a mixture of boarded-up abandoned hulks along with some new housing stock. 93-year-old Al Tuggle has lived here for more than 60 years and remembers when the place was nice. He's happy to see a comeback.
It's going to give more people jobs. Not only that, it's going to increase the value of property around here.
Yeah.
And so I like that.
And as a guy who hung on hoping things would get better.
Well, no, I didn't think I would see it, no.
So this is big stuff for you.
It sure is, and I appreciate it.
Who can blame him? Now, this plant is going to have a similar hiring policy that we saw over at the Connor plant with Fiat Chrysler, giving Detroiters, and particularly Detroiters in the neighborhood, the first crack at these jobs. And so we have linked on clickondetroit.com to the website. So if you're looking to get one of these jobs, you can try and sign up. Back to you.
Rob, take us through what that neighborhood did to come out on top.
Well, you know, this is one of those things where, you know, plants and states compete. So like Ohio wanted this. There were places in Canada that wanted this plant as well. But Andra Rush is from Detroit, so you'd kind of think that she'd give the nod, at least try and get it here. And that's exactly what happened. The state kicked in the money, and she said, okay, here we're going right here.
Yeah, it's terrific news. All right, Rod.
Huge indeed. All right, we continue to follow breaking news from the University of Michigan, where the provost is now on leave. In a letter to students, the university president says the school received several allegations of sexual misconduct, naming Dr. Martin Filbert. These reports came in over 2 days, January 16th and 17th. An internal investigation was launched, and the university retained an outside law firm to do an independent investigation. The Department of Public Safety was brought into this, and the school asked Dr. Filbert not to come to work. U of M President Mark Schlissel released a statement that reads in part, quote, "We take allegations of sexual misconduct very seriously, and our policy is clear. Sexual misconduct will not be tolerated in the University of Michigan community."
The opening arguments are underway in the impeachment trial of President Trump. The session started this afternoon with House managers starting their case, making the argument that President Trump abused his power and in the process then obstructed Congress. These opening statements are set to last 24 hours, but over 3 days. So there is still a long way to go before the president's team takes over to lay out their defense. And that comes as we await a decision on whether witnesses are going to testify at the trial.
The Constitution demands the removal of Donald J. Trump from his office as President of the United States.
And focus the American people on the need for a fair trial, which means witnesses and documents.
They're on a crusade to destroy this man, and they don't care what they destroy in the process.
Lester Holt, the NBC Nightly News team, going to have a full recap of today's impeachment proceedings and a look ahead at what's next coming up here on Local 4 at 6:30.
In a Local 4 News update, the man accused of installing a camera in a Target fitting room has been charged. 46-year-old Nathan Wilson is facing felony charges after police found the hidden camera inside the Target store in Auburn Hills. Police say Wilson targeted the store in December as well and was also known to them from a 2015 incident. Investigators are working to identify a teenage girl who they believe was filmed before the camera was taken down.
Southfield Police Department is testing out a new approach to fighting crime, boosting their focus on quality of life issues at the request of the community. Nick Monticelli met up with the chief to find out what's changing and what isn't.
So today we're going to launch our new 2020 initiative, Community Harms Directed Policing Strategy.
In less fancy terms, what they're saying is the Southfield Police Department is going to be focusing on what's known as quality of life crimes. issues affecting everyday residents.
When you talk to residents at community meetings, they don't mention much about violent crime. They'll mention property crime. They'll mention quality of life issues. And that's what this strategy addresses.
The new initiative focuses on domestic violence, traffic safety, active shooter preparedness, youth engagement, human trafficking, and illegal drug use. For domestic violence, an enhanced partnership with Haven, a group working with survivors.
1 in 3 Michigan families right now is experiencing domestic violence. I promise you, you know them, you love them, and you care for them.
The new policy says officers must arrest someone if there's probable cause of an attack, even if the victim does not want to press charges.
A lot of people are afraid. And so, heat of the moment, passion, a lot of incidents involving domestic violence around infidelity, finances, children, and so the policy would dictate that we remove that person.
In the other categories, there are changes too, like youth engagement, more mentorship for the kids with more officers. The bottom line here is that this is Chief Alvin Barron's 6th month here. He's new, and this is the direction he wants to go. The residents here in Southfield think this is kind of like bringing back the village.
This is promoting the village. This is bringing it back. It should have never left, because I'm a product of the village, and so are a lot of my peers in this room today. So we know what it's like to have it, and we can see what happened when it disappeared. That's why you have all these issues and problems.
In Southfield, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Yeah. Chief also said he is big on accountability and will welcome questions measuring these policy changes and their effectiveness.
Detroit police need your help finding 2 suspected armed robbers on the city's east side. Happened January 2nd at a dollar store on East 7 Mile. Surveillance video shows one of the men pull out what appears to be a gun and force an employee to open the register. He then puts the money into a bag while his partner watched the door. Both men then take off. Call police if you know anything.
Still ahead, there's at least one sport that won't be returning to Eastern Michigan University under a settlement reached in a big lawsuit.
Plus, here's Ben.
Kim, 20s tonight, and in fact, when we get to the Friday time frame and we start watching this next system, temperatures are going to be above freezing almost the entire time. We'll tell you what that means coming up.
Okay, Ben, and this medal is irreplaceable, and someone found it on the side of a local road. An update on the effort to find its rightful home next.
Fast just got faster. Live just got live-er. Download the new Local Forecasters app. Local 4 weather is powered by DTE.